Hi. Oh my gosh, I'm early, right? Like one more minute left to go. Usually this girl is late, but she's early. Hello, welcome to a study with me session. Let's see, some housekeeping before we begin. As always, we are using the Pomodoro technique, and actually, I'm here way too early, so I didn't even have this set up. I'm not used to being on time to things. So we have these study sessions every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 3 p.m. PST, and the rest of the days are at 10 a.m. So right now it's 10 a.m. PST for me. And as always, we're going to use the Pomodoro technique, which is 25 minutes on and 5 minutes off of studying. And during the breaks, I like to chat a little bit. Oh, and that is my computer telling me the time. So during the breaks, I like to chat a little bit. I'll answer any questions that you guys leave in the chat below. Sometimes I lead you through some stretches if I remember to stretch during my breaks, which I should. And during your breaks, I highly recommend you get up, stretch a little bit, get some water, get some tea, which I'm gonna do right now, so I'll have that ready. And then we just get back to it. So music that I'm listening to or that you can listen to, there's a playlist in the description. It's basically just, it's like the live lo-fi beats for studying. If you look it up on YouTube, it's a live stream, so you can listen to the same music as me if we're watching this at the same time. And make sure you add the Google Calendar for the study sessions into your own calendar so that you'll be reminded and you can see it on your Google Calendar so you don't forget. And the playlist will be available, like all these live streams are reposted again later on, so if you want to keep studying after this, you are more than welcome to, but we're here every day, at least for now. Snoops, you're on time today too? Look at us on time. Meredith, hey, good morning. I have a lot of returners or normal study session people. It's already almost been a week. Anyway, I'm gonna get my tea right now, so make sure you guys get your drinks and get set up, get the books that you need, pencils, supplies, put your phone on silent, maybe put it in a different room unless you're using it to live stream like I am. And I'll see you in, I don't know, let's start in a minute. Ooh, where's my strainer? Here it is. So yesterday was a really not good day for me in terms of productivity. I felt really discouraged because every time I go into my OChem lecture, like my professor doesn't speak, his first language isn't English, so when he's teaching it's hard for me and like I'm sure the whole class to understand. So I just got frustrated that I didn't really get what was going on, and I felt kind of down, so I decided to just take a break mentally after our study session yesterday, and Luke and I just chilled, celebrated, if you know what I mean, and fell asleep before, we almost fell asleep before 9 o'clock, but I was like, wait, we literally just ate dinner. Let's just watch one more episode of Parks and Rec and then go to sleep. So that was my entire day yesterday. So I'm literally starting off from where we left off from. Let me know what you guys are studying. So I'm studying organic chemistry, and maybe you'll see tears streaming down my face if you pay very close attention. Maybe not. And yeah, okay, enough with the chatting. I'm gonna get the timer open right now. Focus Keeper, that's the timer app that I use on my iPad to study and do this whole thing. And we're gonna start now. So I'll see you guys in 25 minutes. Ooh. I need to plug this in for my music. Oh my gosh, why don't I ever charge anything of mine? the heck is in my eye? SN1. And generally don't do. Usually, it's also really good. So that means SN1 is a conservative process. All right, you guys heard the bell. Oh my gosh, more people. Hello. Welcome. Timer. There we go. So we're at the 5-minute break. How are you guys doing? How are you feeling? Let's see. Okay, so this ticking just happens normally while we're waiting. Wow, a lot of people here. So Meredith, you're working on your diversity statement for grad school. You finished your personal statement yesterday. Congratulations. Good luck. Gabrielle's writing a research paper on foodie culture. Let's see. Angela is writing a script in Spanish about cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is a huge thing right now. Jupiter G, it is currently 10:30 a.m. If you follow the schedule, which is in the description, hopefully you can see it. We start at 10 a.m. today, PST, and my brother is at home with his wife and son. G. Whiteman, good morning. I'm always here every day. Is it dark? Did the screen get dark? Sometimes my phone does this thing where like the screen gets dark and for no reason at all. My phone's almost 3 years old, so I don't know. It's just weird. Even if I put it at full brightness, it's still super, super dark, and my picture quality is not the same as everyone else's because I don't know, like the lighting or something is messed up. So I don't even know what my Instagram photos or like what my social media photos look like for real, because whenever I see it on someone else's device, it looks so much brighter than on mine. And then it made me realize that the photos I've been editing on my phone have always been washed out. So I just gave up and I'm like, you know what? I don't even care anymore. Like, pictures are pictures, whatever. I'm not editing them. What do I use for shampoo conditioner? I use this brand. Hold on, let me go get it. Jamila wants to know where I live. Do you just go on live streams and ask people where they live all the time? I'm in Southern California. Thanks, Stephanie. It just looks really dark on my phone, almost like 20% brightness. So shampoo and conditioner, the brand that I use, hold on, I have to go check because I don't know, which is really bad. Okay, so I use this brand. It's called Giovanni. I think it's at Target, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I've had this bottle for almost 2 years because I don't wash my hair every day. Actually, I probably wash my hair like you'll think it's I don't know if you'll think it's gross or normal, but I wash my hair like once a week or once every like 5 to 9 days, I'd say. Sometimes less, sometimes more, but my hair doesn't it doesn't get oily, and because I don't work out or go outside a lot, it doesn't get dirty either. So I still take a shower every day, like wash my body, wash my face, blah blah blah, and I'll condition my hair, but I won't actually wash it because it just strips away the natural oils in my scalp. Like everybody's different, so you need to find something that works for you. But personally for me, when I wash my hair often, like even every other day, my scalp tends to get dry and flaky, and then it'll get oily. So I've noticed that the less I wash my hair, the better for like my scalp health. But you know, gotta wash my hair anyway. Sometimes I'll like wash the ends. I just try not to like wash the root part, like my scalp part, a lot because it just dries me out. And I have very like my skin tends to be dry, which makes sense because my ancestors come from a tropical region of the world, so they're used my DNA is used to having a lot of moisture in the air. But since my family has migrated out of a tropical area, my skin dries up a lot easier, so I have to use a lot of like hydrating things. What case do I use for the iPad that makes it? So I don't know. It's this one is called Poetic. It's just a random case on Amazon. So check it out. It doesn't come with this keyboard. This keyboard is from the Apple Store. Good morning from Los Angeles, Sleek. Jamila, I'm in the United States. Okay, so other people use it once a week too. The only other products I use in my hair is argan oil. I just put it in the tips of my hair after I wash it, which reminds me I did not do that a couple days ago when I washed my hair. But we're back on, so I'll see you guys in 25 minutes. Whew, I feel like I'm on a roll here. Oh shoot, and I just accidentally erased the note that I made. Motherfucker. No. Recent notes. Just the trash. Whatever. Just do it again. Someone at you? Solvolysis. first? It's a tertiary alcohol, and it's a strong base. And whoa, okay. We're on break number 2. Congratulations, you studied for a full hour. Well, 50 minutes, but I'm gonna give you guys the full hour. How are you guys feeling? How's your brain? Make sure you stretch out a little bit. Stretch the arms out. My favorite stretch, I can move the phone now because it's on a tripod, but favorite stretch is pushing the walls out by your side, shifting the shoulders over, and lean your head over the opposite direction. So if you're shifting your shoulders over to the right, then lean your head over to the left, and make sure you don't bring this shoulder up with you, but keep it down and keep the hands pressing out. You can feel a very small, subtle stretch start right here. If you're not feeling it, just shift around a little bit, move the shoulders down, and try to find it. And make sure you switch over to the other side. Stretching is really important in between your little sessions because we're always like hunched over or like slouching, that's not good for the neck or the back. So also let's clasp your hands up behind you if you can, or just reach the hands back and open up the chest. I like to clasp my hands because it opens me up a little bit more. Okay, let's see. While you're stretching, I will look if there's any questions or topics. Also, make sure you drink some water. I got tea right here. Book wants to know what subjects I'm studying within physics because I hear me mentioning some familiar terms. So I'm also studying physics, not right now, but like I'm taking physics and organic chemistry at the same time. So right now in physics, it's really basic college level physics. We are doing like two-dimensional forces and tensions and projectile motion and whatnot. So that physics stuff is what we're doing right now. We actually have a test this Thursday, so wish me luck. Thanks, Carlos. Joviana, no worries. You're here today and you're here right now, so that's all that matters. Hey, Arwa, not studying. Oh, thank you. Thanks for coming in and saying hi anyway. So yeah, I already answered the questions about hair where I barely use any products. I barely do anything to my hair. I don't really put on that much makeup because I am lazy and I've never learned, to be honest. And I just like, I already have so many other things to do that like sitting down and like I cannot fathom sitting down for like 30 more minutes and like fixing my face. It really doesn't matter that much to me. Like I look decent, my face doesn't look like I just woke up, I don't have crust in my eyes, so we're good. My eyebrows aren't bushy, it's all that matters. Maxine from Moscow found me yesterday by mistake. Best mistake ever. Yes, but maybe not, because maybe you'd feel motivated to study, and I don't know if that's not a mistake. Whatever. Fun fact, Moscow, which is a really cool city, well, not a fun fact, but like I love the show Money Heist on Netflix. And yeah, it got really, you know, Luke, my boyfriend, couldn't keep watching it after like the 3rd season. He was like, they're drawing it out too much. I can't watch it anymore. And you know what? After the end of the 4th season on Money Heist, I'm like, are you guys freaking serious? I can't, like, I want to hate it so much, but I'm just so invested in it. Same for Grey's Anatomy. Like, I've been watching it pretty much all of my young adult/adult life, and they're drawing it out so hard, but I already have this like emotional attachment to the characters that I just have to keep watching it until it's done. That's the kind of fan that I am when it comes to TV shows and movies and series. I'm like, I already made it this far, I'm just gonna keep going. That's usually my mindset for things. Kelly, how do I keep my skin so poppin'? I eat a plant-based diet, so that's 1. I drink a lot of water, that's 2. 3 is, should be 1, but my mom has really great skin and she eats like the shittiest food in the world and she still has really great skin. So I get it from her. And I also try not to touch my face a lot, even though I do touch my face a lot when I'm studying, but my hands are generally clean. And then another thing that I've been doing like in the past year is I use this CBD. It's a topical as well as like you can ingest it, so like you put it under your tongue, normal CBD drops, but this one you can put on your face. So I've been using it as a serum, and hemp oil is super nourishing for the skin and really anti-inflammatory. So, oh, and yeah, it is moisturizing, nourishing. So that's been really helpful. It's called Scara. If you see it on my Instagram, like I do a lot of stuff with them, including Scara Saturdays, which are meditations that I lead, but enough about that. We are going to study. So I'll see you guys in 25 minutes again, round 3. That's 6, 3, whatever. Okay. I'm not that cool, guys. I'm like actually quite awkward. Hair. Okay, so if this is a tertiary, it's ETH. to consider. It's a weak nucleophile. I think it's a weak nucleophile. Okay, that makes sense. Tritium alkali. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see if I can do this. In SN1, we start with loss of a leaving group. Mm. Leaving group and deprotonation to get an alkene. Which leaves us with Oh god, I drew it wrong. Really? Oh, I did. I'm so confused. Like, why the fuck does it look weird? Yeah. Right? So this is a 1, 2, 3, 13. And the phone's dying. I swear I have to switch between charging my devices all day. I just plugged in my phone charger. I realized you guys might not understand what I was saying, but like, I just always have to be charging either my iPad or my phone or my pencil, pen. I think this is it for the SN1, unless I'm missing a step. Cool. And now we're going to E1, in which there is a leaving group and deprotonation. Okay, I think I get it. So let's go to the next section. Oh, goddamn. Why are these so fucking long? We good? We're okay? It disconnected for a second. Let me know if you can see me or if this is still happening. Just give me like a thumbs up or something. I don't know. All good? Okay. Cool, thanks. Oh no. Oh gosh, damn. Me too. We're actually gonna graph. Okay. FSCH minus B. What determinist? Let's talk about the focus rate of change. Substitution products. Okay, we're on break now. It's break time. Whoa, tell me why. I just found a little bread plastic thingy. Messy. We go through a lot of bread here, actually. So how you guys doing? I got through 2 sections so far instead of just one. The last couple study sessions I've only been able to go through one because there's like so much in these stupid little chemical reactions and like so many different conditions. It's dumb, like why do we need to learn this? But anyway, it's break time, so make sure you get some water. I'm going to refill on my tea, so I'll be back. If you guys have any questions, ask them now, or anything you want me to speak on, ask me now. Wait, how many sessions? Shoot, how many rounds have we done? We've done 3, right? Not 2? I think we've done 3. I think 3 is good. I think so. Let's, wow, there's questions over here too. Favorite easy dinner is, so I've been eating the same dinner for the past couple weeks, and it's a variation, but it's just khichdi, which is an Indian type of like porridge dish, and it's just rice and lentils cooked together with spices, and then I add on like tofu or any type of protein. I also don't need to because there already is some kind of protein in there because I cook mine with mung beans, but it's also made with lentils. And then I add on veggies, and that's it. I like to keep my dinners simple, like easy to digest, because it helps me sleep. And then in the morning I have more not as easy to digest stuff, such as like bread and protein powder and cold, crunchy, crispy fruit. I mean, for me, right? Like for some people it might be easy to digest and some people not. Everyone's different. Zaria is looking into becoming a NICU, neonatal intensive care unit dietitian. She plans on getting her master's and doing an internship, but you want to earn credentials in pediatric nutrition. It is a specialty, so you have to like get more, you have to apply somewhere where you can get experience working with pediatric nutrition, and then take some kind of board test and also like have the hours written down. So I think there's like 5 subspecialties of dietetics so far. There's like sports nutrition, there's like the tube feeding, like enteral feeding nutrition, that's a specialty. Renal, diabetes educator, that's a specialty. One I know is pediatrics, so that has to do with babies as well as kids, but I don't know the exacts. That's something you're gonna have to look up on the website. But if you haven't even gone through the process yet, I would say go through the schooling process first and then figure that out later. Like it's very what is it called? Not helpful. I don't know a better word for that. It's very not helpful to think about the specifics before you even get through like the big general chunk of it. Just keep in mind that big picture, the dream that you have, but like I wouldn't worry about it until the time comes. My educational level, I currently just have a bachelor's degree. And that's it, no master's for me. 3 rounds, thank you, Gabrielle. Anatomy, so Erica wants to know if anatomy is required to become a registered dietitian. Yeah, you gotta take anatomy and physiology, and you should understand it because it's a huge thing, but it's, once you like sit down and study it and actually understand it and apply it, then it becomes something that's more inherent in yourself. I find that it really helps, like knowing the anatomy background helped with my yoga teacher training. And knowing yoga can in turn also, or like knowing the body, or if you exercise at all, if you're familiar with any body parts like that, then it'll help in your anatomy classes. But once you learn it and actually apply stuff to it, it's not hard. So it just seems like it because you're not familiar with it, but you just have to like sit down and be familiar with it. Tacos or burritos? I like tacos. I like holding stuff and like creating stuff in between my meals. Okay, so last round of studying, we got this. And Kelly asked a question about saving money, and someone asked about what to do besides getting good grades to become a registered dietitian. So I'll talk about that after this last study block. So if you guys wanted to know that, make sure you stick around to the end. See you guys in 25 minutes. Determine the function of the reagent. Some reagents may not fit perfectly. First category, generally works as an elimination. Nucleophiles. Those two columns correspond with strong base and notice. Oh, okay. I'm just put my mug down. I don't know if that was loud or not. Sorry. Table is meant as a summary of all the relevant information. So is a strong base, strong nuclear formula, and it's okay with a secondary, so E2 and Okay. The fuck? Okay, mira.
shoot.
Woo! We're done. We finished. Congratulations. Where is it? There we go. So it is long break time and it is end of the session time. So if you feel like you're on a roll and you want to keep studying, I would recommend taking a 10 to 20 minute break, just a little bit longer to give your brain some time. and then come back and hit it hard. I'm not gonna be here after that 10-20 minute break, but I have a lot of the already streamed sessions in the playlist that's in the description. It's I think the end part of the link is Study with Me or Study with Amanda. I don't know. It's all there. Check it out on my channel. And personally, I think you should subscribe to me, but if you don't want to, if it's not your thing, don't worry about it either. I'm still gonna be here anyway. Okay, so there were a couple questions. I forgot. Okay, so one was about my tips on saving money. I just pretend like all the money that I get in my paycheck just doesn't exist. So I put it away and I only use it when I need it. Ever since I was little, I've been really stingy with my money. I've always like, not stingy, like I never treated myself, but I always knew what I needed and what I didn't, and like I'm able to talk myself out of buying anything pretty much because I'm like, oh, well, I don't really need it. Sometimes I'll spend like hours at a store and then I'll walk into the line and I'll stand there for like 10 minutes and I like look at the stuff that I'm about to get and I'm like, do I want to get these clothes or do I already have clothes? And can I just save the money for another time when I want to go out to eat with friends? And like, you know, so I just like, I'm always analyzing what I'm buying and what I'm spending my money on. So that's also a good idea. And the things that I do buy for myself, I'm like super, super excited for them, or I think about it for a while before I get it so I know for sure that it's a good purchase. This sweatshirt was actually from this brand called Longev. It is a like a meat substitute brand. It's like basically soy curls, and like they sent this to me along with their soy curls and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the perfect color. It's nice and soft. It's a crop. Y'all, it's a crop sweater. You know, I'm about my crops, so I keep wearing it. Okay, so how to get, or like what to do if you want to become a dietitian at the beginning of your track. Honestly, just get good grades and make sure you know where, like, I don't know, look for good places, like good schools to go to, and just explore the topic of nutrition. Everything that you need to learn, you will learn during school. So just follow your curiosity and just try to do well in school and start building up good study tactics now. Also, I mean, for me, like volunteering experience and shadowing experience wasn't exactly necessary. I just was honest about the things that I did, but I'm sure it really helps your resume. What schools want to see the most, I think, is just somebody, because you're going to go through an interview. So schools want to see somebody who's put together, who is organized, who is determined to do well in school, and who will make a good candidate to be a dietitian. At least for my program, they were really screening for types of personalities and like kind of looked over what you did and like your grades. But for the most part, keeping up a good GPA is good, and also like having a good interview in which you are yourself and you show them like how much you want that position or how much you want to be studying nutrition would really be good, and then everything else will follow. Again, guys, like don't overthink things, don't stress things out. Just be here in the moment and try your hardest to be the best and kindest and warmest person you can be. And by taking care of this moment right now, you already are taking care of the future, because if you are kind right now, if you are hardworking right now, then in the future you'll be able to say, yo, I was kind and hardworking, and I was really into this subject, and I really want to learn more, and I really want to help people in XYZ. But that was you were only able to say those things because you were feeling that in the moment. I hope that makes sense. I just want you guys to not stress out so hard. It's not a very, it's not too serious right now. I think that's it, all the questions. Thanks for coming, Jennifer. See you tomorrow. And for everybody else who's leaving, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, 3 p.m. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so we're gonna be back here at 3 p.m. PST. All the other days are at 10 a.m. PST. There's one more question here. The most difficult thing about being a dietitian is, what's difficult? I guess what I could find the most difficult is, bye to everyone who's leaving and anybody else who wants to hear me like talk about what's being difficult or what's difficult about being a dietitian, you can stay. Um, what's difficult? The things that are most difficult have to do more with ego, I would say, and expectation of other people. It's hard when people don't want to listen to you. And when I dig into that subject a little bit more, it's hard when people don't want to listen to me talk about nutrition because my pride feels hurt or gets a little, dented because people, like, because in my eyes, I'm seeing it as, why don't you take me seriously as a professional? Like, I went to school of this, why don't you listen to me? Why are you asking me for my advice, even if you're not going to listen to it? But that has really nothing to do with the other person. It really has to just do with my own perception of myself and the interaction. So that's hard, but when I realize that people are just living their own lives and sometimes they ask for advice already knowing what they want to do anyway, but they just want some like validation, then it's just less of a personal thing. So once you stop taking it so personal, that doesn't really bother me so much. Another thing that's hard about being a dietitian is like not being able to do so scoops. That's from anybody really. Patients, if they don't want to listen to you, like what you're prescribing for them to eat, or they really just want to keep doing what they're doing, even though they ask you for help. From peers, not so much, at least I think so, because as long as you're a kind person and like kind dietitian, then the people that you work with are kind to you as well. And the most educated people that I know are the people who really take their job seriously, don't really like look down on me because I promote a plant-based diet. I think they would if I were being like senile and belligerent toward their way of eating, which is including meat and dairy, but I try to be nice to everyone about that, so I don't really run into a problem with that. I'm understanding everybody's on their own journey. And and chic, I don't use forest. So what else was I going to say? A next difficulty? Oh yeah, it's just, I wish I could do more for my patients. I wish I could change everything, because like it's hard seeing the answer, but it just takes that person or the healthcare team to change it. But there's only so much that I can do on my end, and then they have to do the rest. So like, say I put in an order for a diet that I think would be best for a patient in a hospital, and the nurses don't change it, the doctor doesn't change it, or it takes them a while, or they don't agree, or they think that the patient should wait one more day even though the patient hasn't eaten anything in a week. Like, it sucks because per specific nutrition guidelines that patients should be eating, but at the same time I can only give my recommendation. Like, dietitians do have control when it comes to like wisdom and knowledge of nutrition, but they can't really order many things. Like, nurses and doctors are the ones who order the most things, so they're the ones with the, what I say goes type of authority, whereas we're just like, hey, I know about this stuff, I went to school about this stuff, I do this all the time, so I just don't, this is what I recommend, but I can't do anything else. And if a doctor doesn't agree or want to do it, then it's hard to just watch, even though I know that there could be a better solution. And somebody asked, is that a motivation for me to become a doctor? It is. It's part of it, but I've always wanted to be a physician anyway, so it's not like I needed more motivation, but it also helps me to know that there's a lot that doctors don't know that I'm really grateful I do, so that when I go into that step, like, I'll be able to like consider the recommendations of a dietitian more and really understand their considerations, rather than just see it as like a piece of written like advice. Do I experience a lot of doctors not agreeing a lot? Not too much, because the doctors that I work with are really nice, and they are not so prideful that they can refer to dietitians for extra help and like advice. But there are some doctors that I have butted heads with before, but it's never been like a mean thing. It's always just been like, okay, well, the doctor doesn't agree, or the pharmacist wants to hold lipids, fat in this enteral or parenteral solution. Sorry, I know I'm talking like really technical right now, but that's just like real life problems that I get into. So it's not all the time, it's just sometimes. Do you think will I keep working as an RD part-time during med school? Oof. I don't know. I was honestly thinking about not working as an RD at all while I'm even taking my prerequisites, but my boss was really nice and she was like, oh, I'd like to keep you on the schedule anyway, just to work a few times. But right now our hospital is low census since we only want COVID patients or like super, super emergency patients to make space for when there are more emergencies coming in. So we're low census. I'm not working as much. So yeah, but I don't know, during med school I feel like I'm gonna be too busy and it's inevitable that I'm gonna be making social media content because I just do it naturally anyway. So that's gonna take up a lot of time and I have to be really decisive about my time. I'm not sure what kind of doctor I want to be because I haven't gone through all of the rotations and I haven't been exposed to them and I haven't really like worked with them. I'm the kind of person who likes to experience everything. I like to like have everything in front of me and like experience everything before I choose because I get really indecisive and maybe that's a bad thing, but I don't know. I like seeing all my options first and then choosing at the last minute rather than like being direct. It's good to be direct in some cases, but not all of them. So anywho, I'm going to go. I feel like that was enough talking, plus I have to use the restroom anyway. Love the spammers. Oh, Mimi Yoster, you missed basically the whole entire study session. This is the long break of the study sessions for Pomodoro technique. So basically we did 25 minutes on of studying and 5 minutes off, and then there's 4 blocks and then a long break. So we did 4, aka 2 hours, and now it's the long break and I usually stop here and then come again. The schedule is every single day, so if you want to come and study with us, we are here every day. But I'm gonna go now, so you can watch the playbacks of this stream and the last streams. I always repost them later on when it's done processing, so you can watch that. So I'm gonna go. Send you guys lots of love and see you tomorrow. Bye.